What up, y'all? It's your boy Lynch back again with another motherfucking video. SFAM stand up, SFAM salute, stay focused and motivated. Get motivated up in this jank one time. I had to make sure I got my salute right, man. I notice sometimes when I do my salute, you know what I'm saying, my hand ain't all the way, you know what I mean? So, but we got to make sure that our hand is straight, you know what I'm saying? No bend in the hand and the wrist. Don't judge me, y'all drill sergeants who know that I have not spitting that verbatim, you know what I'm saying, that module verbatim. But anyway, checking out my Discord, man, and I have to give a big shout out to Gallahan for putting the hashtag SFAMReact and putting the link to the video in the Discord, requesting us today, y'all, to react to... We have Colin Noir on YouTube. North Carolina's putting AR-15s in all schools, man. How do y'all feel? And I want to see exactly what they mean by putting AR-15s in all schools. You know what I mean? Are they going overboard in North Carolina with this? Are they doing too much? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, this is just, I've listened to Colin in the very beginning of the video. He says it's gonna ruffle some feathers. So we'll see what's gonna happen, man. Thank y'all so much for coming through and checking this out, man. Appreciate it. If this is your first time to the page, comment, like, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you can stay updated every time I upload a video. And just to help us get noticed a little bit more on YouTube, man, I would really appreciate it. And thank y'all so much, man. I already love y'all, but I'll love y'all even more if y'all go down and hit that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up at the bottom of the video. Don't worry about this girl over here with the freaking little wrench or whatever. I don't know what she's doing up in there. But yeah, just to help us get noticed a little bit more on YouTube, man, the thumbs up, I'm pretty sure they help us, so I would appreciate that. Thank y'all for coming through and checking out your boy. We're gonna get into this right now. Y'all can comment all you want in the comment section. Put your thoughts on what you think about North Carolina putting AR-15s in the schools. Would you do it? What would you do? I know they're asking in the Discord. So SFAM stand up, salute, stay focused and motivated. Get motivated up in this jank one time. Let's go ahead and get into it right now, man. Let's go.
Yeah, this might ruffle some feathers.
Also new this morning, a school district is making a dramatic move to protect students and teachers. It's adding AR-15s to campus in response to recent mass shootings.
How? What do you mean?
School officials in Madison County, North Carolina say school resource officers will each now have a semi-automatic rifle. District officials say the guns will be locked inside a safe.
Okay.
The change was put in place following the Uvalde school shooting in Texas that left 19 children and 2 teachers dead. Some people believe adding AR-15s to school will cause more harm than good.
So when I was on Bill Maher and I had the conversation with Bill Maher.
Colin, not to cut you off, man, not to cut you off. So I'm just gonna say straight up, right off the bat, I don't believe that it's gonna cause more damage, cause more harm. You know what I mean? Because there's certain things I feel maybe, let me think about it for a second, that would have to go down, right? So they said they're gonna put them in safes, right? They're gonna put them in the safes for the school officials. Are they gonna put them in the safe in the main office? Are there gonna be classrooms? Are there gonna be different areas of schools where they have the safes with the weapons? Also, on top of that, there would need to be an armed guard guarding the safe. You know what I'm saying? There would need to be an armed guard guarding the safe. You're not just gonna put the safe, because then at that point, and then they're putting it out on the news. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna put guns in the schools. They gotta let the public know. But at the same time, that's kind of putting the spotlight on them, like, oh, we know that that's a place where guns are. So you would have to have an armed guard, bro, because you never know who's gonna come into the school and try to go get the freaking weapons. And I don't know, man. What do y'all think? Could it turn into one of those things where it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying, where they're a target, like a bank robbery or something like that? Like, hey, we're gonna go in here, we're gonna go, I don't know, man. I don't know, but I don't know, man. What about them bad people? What about the people who yeah, we're gonna go to this school and go in there and go take their guns? You know what I mean? I don't know. You got people who rob banks. What about people who now are going to try to rob schools? You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think if the safety precautions, if people were being safe with it, they're going to have safety precautions. They're not just going to, you know what I'm saying? It's not, at first I was wondering, like, is it for the students? Are the students going to be the ones that are allowed to carry? That would be freaking crazy if students were allowed to carry weapons in the freaking schools and stuff like that. You know, but I don't know, man. Now I got to listen a little bit more to what Colin is talking about, man. Let's go.
about teachers having guns in the schools, I made the argument that, teachers in the past have given up their lives to protect their children. And if they're willing to sacrifice their life to protect children, why not provide them with the ability to have a firearm so that they can fight for children? Mm-hmm. And in his very typical snarky fashion, he responded with, well, because they're teachers. And, I get what he was saying, but I don't think he got what I was saying.
Yeah.
What I was saying was, I'm not saying we should force every teacher in a school to be armed with a handgun or a rifle. What I'm saying is if there are teachers who are willing to undergo the processes that are set forth in order for them to be able to carry a gun to protect the children in the event that somebody does come into school and start shooting, why would we not allow them to be able to do that?
Right. So I can understand that. Devonta says, why would students carrying guns be crazy? Up until the 50s, students in many areas would carry firearms and their POVs to go hunt after school. Because Defiance, it's really all about gun safety, just awareness, weapon awareness and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And for kids, it's really going to be on the responsibility of the parents to teach these kids the safety of the freaking weapons and stuff like that. But what if an accident happens and then you got one parent with their kid who's injured or something like that? You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it could be a big, crazy thing. It could be a big thing. So when I say crazy, I don't mean it in a bad way. I'm just saying things that might happen, that could happen, it would stir up a lot. When I say crazy, it would stir up a lot of stuff. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know, man. I feel like some kids would be uncomfortable at the school when they see another one of their friends with a freaking weapon. Oh, that's cool. Let me see. And of course, the kid would be smart enough, like, no, I'm not gonna let you freaking see my gun. You know what I mean? I don't know. What happens if the kid tries to jump the other kid so they can see their gun or something crazy? I don't know, man. I don't know. How safe are those safes? They're meant to keep things out of the hands of honest people. I have seen people demonstrate accessing locks in secure places like a police cruiser. Some safes are too safe. And see, all this is stuff to be talked about with this video and how they're doing it. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. My thing is, when it comes to stuff like this, you know what I'm saying? Some people are making the decision about this. Somebody's making a decision about this. So it's ultimately going to go back on them who made this decision and agreed with it. It's going to go back on them. Now, I'm not in that position to make that freaking decision on if the school should be allowed to have weapons or not. You know what I mean? I do know that whenever something's put in play, if it's a law, if it's a rule or something like that, the way that I am, I follow rules and I follow the laws and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's just me. That's just how I am. So, boom. If I live in North Carolina and they say, hey, we're going to be freaking putting guns in the schools for the safety, I'm going to say, okay, go for it. I could state my piece on it or whatever. Is it really going to help anything? I don't know. But I just state my piece on it. If I agree or if I disagree, whatever the case may be. If I don't like the fact that the school that I'm sending my kids to or that I'm at, if I'm young and I'm going to that school, if I don't like that, then I would move. I would see if I could go somewhere else. Just like that. That's how I feel about it, man. Okay, so yeah, that's my thoughts on the whole thing, man. That's my thoughts on the whole thing. We'll listen to Colin a little bit more and see what else he has to say about it. Let's go.
Because if someone's willing to die for you, then they are also willing to protect you. And if we want the kids to be alive, we would want the people who are in a position to keep those kids alive to have what they need to actually do that. It makes sense.
It does.
We just had a shooting in Uvalde where a kid used an AR-15 to massacre children. And then you had a bunch of cops who were scared to deal with that individual because he had an AR-15 apparently.
So for whatever reason, man, like y'all all had bullets. You got your pistols, whatever the case may be. Shoot him, bruh. He is killing kids. Just shoot that person. They're killing kids, and you're a cop. Shoot him. What you scared of? Oh, I mean, I can understand you being scared, but you still gonna have to come out of that and do what you gotta do. Yeah, I don't get that, man. I get it, but still, like, you don't just bow down and not do anything. You're a cop. You have a gun too. Shoot.
When it comes to actually dealing with a threat, I don't want the encounter between me and the person trying to kill me to be a fair fight.
Exactly.
I've never understood this. There's this weird kind of thought process where we try to regulate the good citizens to the least common ability of a firearm, while criminals are running around with the most capable firearms.
And see, this is the thing this is the one thing I loved about when I was a drill sergeant. I learned about being a drill sergeant. The 1 to 3 rule when it comes to ambushing and engaging enemy and stuff like that. The 1 to 3 rule. That's what we do. We do not want it to be a fair freaking fight, man. We don't want it to be a fair fight. So if there's three enemy personnel, right? And I'm not gonna get into everything, but if we don't have enough to go after them, we do what we gotta do. So criminals will continue to shoot up schools as long as schools are soft targets. They don't give you a badge because they want you to stay on the sidelines. Exactly. Jeez. That boggled my mind, man. All right, let's go.
It doesn't make any sense. If criminals are running around with AR-15s, I want an AR-15. If criminals are running around with handguns, I want an AR-15.
Yes.
If criminals are running around with knives, I want an AR-15.
There you go.
I don't want it to be fair. I'm not the one engaging in the criminal activity. I'm just living my life. So I want something that's going to give me the best ability to stop that. So why would that thought process not trickle over into the school?
And see, I was going to say regardless, man. Even if I have a pistol and they have an AR-15, you know what I'm saying? Like still, I could still do something. You know what I mean? I could still do something. Now he's saying they got an AR-15, I want an AR-15 or better. You see what I'm saying? So, but yeah, to me, there's enemy and there's a bunch of us good guys. Let's freaking go. We all got pistols. He got an AR-15, but we're there and we got something we can do. You know what I'm saying? If criminals have an AR-15, I want an MK-19. Most definitely. If
we want to keep kids safe and we have situations where people are using AR-15s to come into school to kill kids, why would you not give the person that you put in place to protect those kids the same type of gun or better to defend them?
Yes.
That's kind of the whole concept of self-defense.